Few years ago, I remember standing in a shop on Valentine's Day, staring at a card that cost nearly £6 and feeling slightly ridiculous. Not because I didn't love my partner, but because I suddenly wondered when love became something you had to prove with a receipt. And that moment completely changed how I think about Valentine's Day. So if Valentine's Day is creeping up and you're already feeling the pressure to spend more, do more, or somehow get it right, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to have one of the most romantic and meaningful Valentine's Days of your life without overspending. And stay until the end, because the final love language is the one most people underestimate, and it's often the reason Valentine's Day ends up feeling disappointing. Let's be honest. Valentine's Day has quietly become a performance. Social media tells us romance looks like luxury. Bouquets that cost £80 and tasting menus that cost £200. Adverts tell us love should be expensive. But most couples don't fall out because they don't spend enough. They fall out because the pressure is exhausting and the connection is missing. Here's the shift that changes everything. Romance isn't about doing more. It's about doing what actually matters. That's why we're doing the Love Languages Spending Challenge. Instead of trying to do everything, you choose one love language, the one that matters most to your partner. And you go all in thoughtfully, not financially. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being intentional. Let's start with acts of service. These are powerful because they reduce stress, and stress is one of the biggest romance killers there is. Instead of grand gestures, think relief. Personalized chore vouchers for the jobs they secretly hate, running an errand they've been putting off, or cooking their favorite meal from scratch. One year I decided to deep clean my partner's car. I spent 3 hours hoovering, scrubbing and polishing the dashboard, no shortcuts. When they saw it, they got emotional. Not because it looked impressive, but because they'd been worrying about that mess for months. Acts of service say, "I see the weight you're carrying and I want to help lift it." That means more than any shop-bought gadget ever could. Now, quality time. This one is often misunderstood. Quality time isn't about what you do, it's about how present you are while you're doing it. You don't need a weekend away, a phone-free evening, a DIY picnic in the living room, or a walk with no destination. These moments work because they remove distractions. If you're doing the at-home date, my biggest tip is to change the environment. Move the coffee table, put a blanket on the floor, light some candles you already have. By changing the physical space, you tell your brain, this isn't just another Tuesday night. If you're worried that a budget date feels lesser, remember that the best dates are about the story. You could try a first date reenactment. If your first date was at a park or a coffee shop, go back there. Or try the £10 supermarket challenge. Go to the shop with exactly £10 and try to find the weirdest, most interesting snacks you can find to have a tasting session at home. It's fun, it's a bit silly, and it's a shared activity. If you've ever gone all out for Valentine's Day and still felt like it missed the mark, it's usually because you were speaking your own love language, not your partner's. Quick pause. Which one sounds most like your partner so far? Just think it, don't comment yet. Now let's talk about gifts and redefine what value actually means. Thoughtful gifts tell a story. A personalized playlist says, "I listened to you." A framed photo of a random Happy Tuesday says, "This moment mattered." These are the things people keep, not the things that end up forgotten in a drawer. And sometimes, the imperfect gifts become the best memories. One year, I tried to bake a giant heart-shaped biscuit without having a heart-shaped tin. I tried to sculpt it by hand, and it spread in the oven so much it came out looking like a very sad beige puddle. We spent the entire evening laughing, eating it with spoons, trying to work out what shape it was meant to be. It completely failed as a gift, but it's still one of our favorite Valentine's memories because it was ours. Physical touch is another love language that costs absolutely nothing, but it's often overlooked in the rush of daily life. This isn't about grand romantic moments, it's about reassurance. Holding hands while you're watching a film, longer hugs before you leave the house, or a gentle back rub while they're stressed. These gestures say, "I choose you," even in the ordinary, and they build a sense of security that money simply cannot buy. And finally, words of affirmation. This is the one people underestimate the most. Words of affirmation go far beyond a quick, "I love you." They're about being specific. A handwritten letter, a short poem, sticky notes left around the house, small things that say, "I see you." One year I kept a gratitude list for the week leading up to Valentine's Day. Each day, I wrote down one small thing my partner did that I appreciated. Making the morning tea, being patient after a long commute, listening when I was stressed. I gave it to them on the 14th and they kept that piece of paper in their wallet for over a year. That's when I realized that feeling loved isn't about grand gestures. It's about being noticed in the small, ordinary moments. Before we wrap up, here is the secret to a successful budget Valentine's. Talk about it beforehand. The biggest reason Valentine's Day ends up in an argument isn't a lack of money, it's a mismatch of expectations. Tell your partner, "I want us to focus on the love languages challenge this year rather than spending a lot." When you're both on the same page, the pressure evaporates and the fun begins. Valentine's Day doesn't fail because people don't care, it fails because people guess. When you understand how your partner feels loved and respond with intention, even the simplest gesture becomes powerful. So this Valentine's Day, don't compete with social media, compete with yesterday. Show up a little more thoughtfully, pay attention a little more deeply. That's the kind of love people remember. Now I'm curious. In the comments, write just one word: service, time, gifts, touch, or words. Which one do you think your partner values most? And if this video took a bit of pressure off your shoulders, share it with someone else who needs that reminder. Like the video, subscribe for more budget-friendly relationship ideas, and remember, love doesn't need a big budget, it just needs intention.